ለመማር ወደ ትምህርት ተቋም መሄድ ግድ አይደለም። ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ
ራሳችሁን ከኮሮና ቫይረስ ወረርሽኝ እየጠበቃችሁ በቤታችሁ ወይም በተመቻችሁ ቦታ በኢንተርኔት አማካኝነት በኦንላይን ትምህርታችሁን መከታተል ትችላላችሁ።
ካናዳ ከሚገኘው ኢንተርናሽናል ኤር ትራንስፖርት አሶሲዬሽን አያታና ከእንግሊዙ ኢንስቲትዩት ኦፍ ኮመርሻል ማኔጅመንት ICM ጋር በመተባበር የሚሰጡ ትምህርቶችን ተከታትላችሁ በ6 ወር ጊዜ በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ ተቀባይነት ያለውን የስልጠና ማስረጃ ባለቤት መሆን ይቻላል።
ልምድ ባላቸው መምህራን እየተማራችሁ ጥያቄና መልስ፣ የክፍል ስራዎች፣ ፈተና መፈተን ክፍል ውስጥ እንዳላችሁት አይነት በኦንላይን ባላችሁበት ቦታ ከናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ
የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ
I hope we have been discussed some part of the product objectives, or we have been discussed product objectives or establishing product objectives in industrial product. I hope. So the first step in screen out industrial product is establishing product objectives. So the next could be accessing the market potential for each product to be considered, or we have to identify the potential market. So to refresh our previous discussion, can you mention some of the product objectives that a marketing manager establish for their products? Some of the product objectives. While we're producing industrial product, what are the major objectives of industrial product? So when we develop product objectives, the product objective should be SMART, which means it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, it should be realistic and time bounded, which means the product should be produced within a specified period of time. So some of the product objective is, or a product is, or industrial product is produced to just satisfy the customers, or simply we can define from the customer's perspective. So in this case, the first product objective is determining customer function to be served, or we have to develop product in terms of customer satisfaction. The other could be in terms of materials to be used. So based on product, material base, so we can classify products just to produce cement, since the material is, or this company is going to produce cement from a cement raw materials. So based on this, we can classify the materials based on their material. Products produced from cement material, products produced from non-cement raw materials. So in this case, we can classify it based on material used, or we can classify it based on technology used. Some products used dry technology, some materials used, product used wet material. You can classify cement as wet or dry cement based on technology. So based on the capability of the company, we can classify the product that fit with the company's capability. Capability, simply the potential. So we have been discussed different product objectives, which is established by marketing manager. So once we screen out the product, so who is going to involved in the production of new products or new industrial products. Since product is vital, since product is one of the major areas of an operation or organizational operation to get success or to get failed. So in this case, product is one of the important aspects of, organizational success or organizational failure. So in this case, product it's a determinant factor. So we need a specialized individual who involves in the management of this product. So in this case, industrial product is critical for the success or the failure of an organization. So it requires a different management. It requires a specialized management. So apart from marketing manager, so industrial product requires product manager, specific product manager. Product manager is someone who is specialized in the development of product, not other activities of the organization. So starting from idea generation to commercialization of the product, someone responsible in this process is product manager. So in addition to product manager, they need a special committee, product development committee. This committee simply taken from different departments, from engineering department, from marketing management, from sales management, from quality assurance, from top management. Different individuals, participated in product development process. This different individual participated in product development process is known as new product development committee. So in this case, there are different individuals participated in product development process. So given that the objectives of a product, so we have to analyze the product failure. So we have been discussed so far the fatality or the failure rate of industrial product is 80%. Now, because of different reasons, industrial products are failed to 80% after its establishment or after the product development process. Once we develop a new product using a new product development process with different individuals participated in the development process. So after all this activity and effort, 80% of industrial product get failed. This is because of different reasons. There are conventional reasons and there are also specific reasons for industrial products. Why industrial products are estimated to be failed up to 80%. So this failure, when we screen out industrial product, first we have to establish product objectives. We have been discussed so far. Customer functional objectives. We can determine the product objective from raw material used or from organizational capability point of view. From the organizations or from the company's objective perspective, we can define what's the objective of the company with regard to the products. Some of the objective could be get higher market share or to get competitive advantage over the others. There are different product objectives. If industrial product failed to meet the stated objective, so this indicates industrial product failure. We have been mentioned different industrial product objectives. If the produced product unable to meet the stated objective, so we can say that this product is failed. So in this case, this rate appears to be high because almost 80% of industrial product is failed, unable to meet the organization's failability. This is because of inadequate market analysis. Much has been said or written about product failability. Products are failed whether they are industrial or consumer products. Product failability means simply unable to meet the product objectives. You may develop a specific product to achieve a certain objectives. If that product unable to meet that stated objective, we can say that that product is failed. Let's take one hypothetical example. You are going to produce a certain product. That product brings customer satisfaction. You are producing to increase the customer satisfaction in terms of comfort. So this is the product objective. But once you produce the product, if that product do not bring comfort to your customer, so can you say that that product is successful? Can you say that?
No.
No. So in this case, that product is failed. Or we can consider that product is a failure product. So in this case, product failurity means, if the product are able to meet the stated product objective. So we can say this product is a failure. So what are those reasons? Whether it is industrial or consumer products, there are about 8 reasons. Different scholars agreed upon this reason. Inadequate market analysis. So without making adequate market analysis, and if you develop your product, and if that product unable to meet the market demand, so that product could be a failure product. So in this case, one of the reasons for product failure is inadequate market analysis or rush market analysis. We are unable to make prediction about the demand. Or sometimes product may be defective products. Some products are normal products. Some products may be defective products. If you produce defective products, a product with some error is known as defective product. So in this case, if the product is produced with some failurity or some error, so we can say that is a failure product. So one of the reasons is product defects. Defects means simply some errors. Or in some cases, there are some reasons. Your product objective may be increasing the profit. Profit maximization may be your product objectives. Apart from profit maximization, profit is, has a direct relation with cost. Your estimation about the cost is underestimated. So in your analysis or in feasibility study, if the technical or the cost of the product is estimated under the actual cost. So when we came to the production of the product, if the cost is increased higher than what we expect, so that will decrease the profits. Now, a product that decreases your profit is a failure product or product that failed. So in this case, higher cost than our anticipation or our expectation is one of the reasons. The other could be poor timing. Poor timing the timing to introduce to the market, timing related with, introduction to the market. In product life cycle, the first step is introduction or stage is introduction. Second is market growth. So when we introduce the product, wrongly, inappropriate time, that's the cause for failure. ምናልባት ይሄ ለሁሉም ፕሮዳክት የሚሰራ ነውና ታይሚንግ is important when we introduce. Sometimes ታውቃላችሁ አይደል? It could be product is either a service or it could be goods. ለምሳሌ ስለ ታይሚንግ ምናልባት አሁን በዚህ ጊዜ ጥሩ ያልሆነ ጊዜ ነው እንበልና ካለው ሁኔታ አንፃር የሆነ ፕሮዳክት ይዘን ብንመጣ ምናልባት የደንበኛ ፍላጎት ሊያረካ የሚችል ይሆናል ግን ጊዜው ለዚህ ፕሮዳክት ምቹ ባለመሆኑ ለምሳሌ አንዳንድ ዘፋኞች አይታችሁ ከሆነ ዘፈኖቻቸውን ኢንትሮዲዩስ ሲያረጉ ጊዜ ይጠብቃሉ ለምንድነው ያን ጊዜ የሚጠብቁት ፖር ታይሚንግ እንዳይሆን ነው ለምሳሌ ኢቨንቶች የሚበዙበት ሰዓት ኢንትሮዲዩስ ቢያረጉት ብዙ አድማጭ ሊያገኙ ይችላሉ ወይም ሶሻል ጋዘሪንግ በሚኖርበት ጊዜ ኢንትሮዲዩስ ቢያረጉ የተሻለ አድማጭ ያገኛሉ ማለት ነው ይሄ ማለት ምንድነው to avoid poor timing ለምሳሌ አሁን በዚህ ጊዜ ሶሻል ጋዘሪንግ የሚፈልግ ፕሮዳክት ፕሮዲዩስ ብናረግ is it an appropriate time no ምክንያቱም ይሄ ፖር ታይሚንግ ነው የሚባለው ምክንያቱም አሁን ጊዜውን የጠበቀ አይደለም ይሄ ጊዜውን የጠበቀ ካልሆነ ደግሞ ኢንትሮዲዩስ ምናረግበት እንትን ፕሮዳክቱ ኮምፕሊትሊ ምን ይሆናል ፌል ያደርጋል ለምሳሌ ዘፈን አሁን ኢንትሮዲዩስ ብናረግ ሊያስጨፍር የሚችል ሰዎችን አንድ ላይ ጋዘሪንግ ሊፈጥር የሚችል ዘፈን ኢንትሮዲዩስ ብናረግ because of the situation it's impossible ስለዚህ ያ ዘፈን ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው ይወድቃል ማለት ነው ወይም አዳማጭ አይኖረውም ስለዚህ one of the reason for the failure of a product is poor timing for introduction it could be timing for production could be. The other reason is competition if the competition is very strong if the competition is stiff so when the competition is very strong and stiff if you introduce a new product to the market unless penetrate the market using different strategy so the product will become useless because of the competition so the competition will determine the failure of the product if the competition is high and stiff the product will fail if the competition is medium or favorable so simply you can penetrate the market so in this case competition is one reason for failure can you tell me the marketing efforts of an organization marketing effort or marketing activities within one organization any marketing effort promotion is one marketing effort is that not promotion insufficient promotion of a product is a failure there are different marketing efforts of course one is promotional effort. The other, creating, relationship with customers, relationship. So if these activities are insufficient, so one of the reasons for the failure of the product is insufficient marketing effort. Unless we are conducting aggressive promotion, unless we are conducting or searching for strong partner or strong customer using the marketing effort, since marketing department is the internal PR of the organization to create a relationship with the external customers. So this marketing effort is insufficient, so you are going to fail in terms of your products, unable to address your product to the customer because of insufficient marketing effort. And inadequate sales effort, the difference between sales and marketing. Marketing is the process starting from need identification to the delivery of the product. The final point or the final process of delivering the product by convincing the customer is marketing, a sales effort. So inadequate sales effort is also another reason for the failure. If the salesperson unable to convince the consumer or the customer, so you are going to fail in selling that product. So in this case, inadequate sales effort could be one reason for the failure of any product. It could be industrial product or it could be consumer product. And the other is weak distribution, weakness in distribution. One of the major marketing effort is establishing, a distribution channel, strong distribution channel, either direct distribution channel or indirect distribution channel. So weakness in distribution channel. If your product requires exclusive distributor, but if you fail to establish a relationship or exclusive distribution channel, so you are going to fail in distributing your product and addressing customers through distribution channel. So in this case, weakness in distribution channel, creating some relationship with the end users or industrial users, so that could be a failure factor. So you have to understand all these factors to avoid the failure of any product. Failure of a product means unable to meet the stated objectives. So this all reason apply to all products, either for industrial as well as consumer products. But there are also specific products, specific to industrial products. This is some of the specific product or industrial product failure. This is more specific. So in this case, try to differentiate.
በትምህርት ከፍ ብሎ መብረር ይቻላል። ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ከከፍተኛ ትምህርት አግባብነትና ጥራት ኤጀንሲ ሙሉ ዕውቅናን ባገኘንባቸው በማስተርስ ዲግሪ ኤምቢኤ በስትራቴጂክ ማኔጅመንት፣ ኤምቢኤ በባንኪንግ እና ፋይናንስ፣ ኤምቢኤ በቢዝነስ ሊደርሺፕ፣ ኤምቢኤ በሪስክና ኢንሹራንስ፣ ኤምኤስሲ በኢንተርናሽናል ትሬድ እና ኢኮኖሚክስ ዘርፎች በእውቀት ለመቅረጽ የበቁ ፕሮፌሰሮቻችን አረንጓዴ መብራታቸውን አብርተዋል። በነገራችን ላይ በኬንያ ሀገር ከሚገኙ ስመጥር ዩኒቨርሲቲዎች በሚመጡ ፕሮፌሰሮች የትኩረት መስክ ትምህርቶቹ መሰጠታቸው ልዩ ያደርገናል። በምርጥ የትምህርት ስርዓት የተገነባው ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ በመጀመሪያ ዲግሪ በአቪዬሽን ማኔጅመንት፣ በሆቴል ማኔጅመንት፣ በአካውንቲንግና ፋይናንስ፣ በማርኬቲንግ ማኔጅመንት አስተማማኝ ትምህርት ይገቢውና ራስዎንና ሀገሮን ይለውጡ። አድራሻ 22 አደባባይ ወደ ሾላ በሚወስደው መንገድ ላይ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ህልሞን እውን ያደርጋል።
ከገበያ ውጭ ሆኑ ማለት ነው። ለምሳሌ አሁን የምታውቂያቸው ፕሮዳክት እስኪ አካባቢያችን ላይ በእነዚህ ምክንያቶች በአንዱ ሊሆን የሚችል ማለት ነው ከገበያ ይወጣሉ፣ ፌል ያደርጋሉ ማለት ነው።
ኦኬ ጊዜውን ያላማከለ ምናምን ሲሆን
ወይ ከጠቀስናቸው ምክንያቶች ውስጥ በአንዱ ምክንያት ከገበያ ውጭ የሆነ በአካባቢያችን ለአጭር ጊዜ ኢንትሮዲዩስ ተደርጎ የጠፋ ማለት ነው። ገበያ ላይ መጣ ግን ሰክሰስፉል አልሆነም፣ ከገበያ ውጭ ወጣ ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ እነዚህ አይነት ፕሮዳክቶች አካባቢዎች ላይ እስኪ የምታስታውሻቸው የምታውቂያቸው ካሉ አስይበትና እስኪ በምን ምክንያት ነው ገበያ ላይ መጥተው ግን ወዲያው የጠፉ ከገበያ ላይ ማለት ነው?
እንጃ ግን የሆነ ጊዜ ስታስረዳ የሆነ ውሃ ምናምን በቃ ነበር መሰለኝ አለ። የሆነ ውሃ መጥቶ ነበር ወደ ገበያ ወዲያው ነው የጠፋው ምናምን ነገር የሆነ ውሃ ይሄ ታሽጎ የሚሸጠው የውሃ
በተለምዶ እኛ በሃይላንድ የሚሸጠው በሃይላንድ ላይ በከረጢት ውሃ የሚሸጥ ማለት ነው። ሃይላንድ ማለት አንድ ፕሮዳክት ብራንድ ነው ማለት በተለምዶ ነው ሃይላንድ የምንለው እንጂ። ስለዚህ የተለያዩ ፕሮዳክቶች አሉ ወደ ገበያ ይመጣሉ because of insufficient market analysis, because of product defect, product የሆነ ጉድለት ይኖርበታል ወይም ከፍተኛ ሳይድ ኢፌክት ይኖርበታል። በዚህ ምክንያት ገበያ ተመልሰው ይወጣሉ ፕሮዳክቶች እና እነዚህ የተለያዩ ምክንያቶች ናቸው። በአንድም በሌላም አንድ ፕሮዳክት ላይ ሀፕን ካደረጉ እነዚህ ያ ፕሮዳክት ከገበያ ይወጣል ወይም ፌል ያደርጋል ማለት ነው። ወደ ኢንዱስትሪያል ማርኬት ስፔሲፊካሊ ስንመጣ ግን ለየት ይላል የተወሰነ እነዚህ ጀነራል ናቸው for both industrial products as well as consumer products, but there are some specific products in addition to the general product. This is specific industrial product failure factors or reason. Failure to define the specific market segment. So far we have been discussed market segmentation criteria. There are different market segmentation, macro and micro segment criteria. So if we fail to segment the market using those criteria, definitely we will fail because it's difficult to identify the appropriate segment. The other could be inadequate understanding of the buying process. We have been discussed so far the buying process, specifically recognition of need, determination of specification and so on. There are around 7 steps in buying the process, starting from need recognition, specification of products or product specification, up to purchasing the product, the last or buying the product. So in this case, in some cases, it's difficult to understand the whole process since there are different individuals are participated in the buying process. Around 6 individuals are or units are participated in industrial purchasing process. So in this case, these individuals may not understand the details of the purchasing process. So in this case, if they fail to understand the whole process, the product is going to fail. So in this case, unable to understand the buying process, could be one reason, specifically for industrial products. Lack of knowledge of buying influences and prospective customer firms. There are different influences. Who will influence the buying process of industrial product? The top management will influence, the purchasing department will influence, the user department will influence, the technical experts will influence, and so on. So lack of understanding or lack of the knowledge of the buying influences, who will influence the process. If we don't have enough information about the influencer, so we failed to, provide the appropriate product to the market. So industrial products are failed because of lack of information about the buying influence. Knowledge means simply stored information, used again and again when it is needed. Simply it is knowledge. So in this case, lack of knowledge about the buying influence, lack of knowledge about the required marketing efforts. Sometimes we have been discussed, in both or in general product failure factors, inadequate marketing effort is one reason. So in this case, lack of knowledge about the required marketing effort. What marketing efforts are required in industrial market or industrial product? So lack of knowledge about this marketing effort is another failure reason or failure factor. Lack of awareness of existing customer. So in this case, when we produce a new product for existing customer, so we have to aware of what the need of the existing customer, what the need of the potential customer. Customers are classified as existing customer and potential customer. So in this case, expecting to satisfy the potential customer, we may overlook the existing customer's need. We may overlook. So in this case, existing customers dissatisfied with the new product. Since the new product consider the potential customers' need. So in this case, overlooking or lack of awareness of existing customer is one factor for product failurity. So unable to create strong relationship with the supplier is another reason. Unable to create a relationship with suppliers. Suppliers are someone who provide or business organizations that provide raw material for the business. So unable to create a relationship with the raw material supplier is another reason for the failure of the product. So in this case, there are also different failure factors. Underestimation of new investment requirement in customer firms. Investing in customer is one of the major investments, since customer is invaluable assets of the organization. So we have to invest in customer handling. So underestimation of investment in customer handling is another reason for failurity, since customer is the backbone of any organization. Failure to understand the new product technical requirement. Sometimes we may develop a new product without considering the technical requirements of the new product in customer firms. What are the technical requirements of the new product by the customer's firm? So in this case, we may provide a new product without considering the technical requirements of the customers feel. So in this case, unable to understand the customer's technical specification or requirement is one failure factor. Because customer firms has their own specific requirement, specific technical specification. So we have to understand the customer's technical requirement and technical specification so as to avoid the failure. So sometimes once we take a lesson from technical requirement failure, most of the time we may concentrate on technical specification only, leave alone other things. So in this case, overemphasis on technical and production requirement is another factor. So in this case, whether ignoring technical specification or overemphasizing technical specification and production requirement is one failure factor for industrial products. So in this case, to avoid the failure of the product, so we have to consider the technical specification along with other criteria. So time lag between research and production. One of the source of product idea is research and development process. Once we research how to introduce a new product to the market, and the stage of production is different. Sometimes you may conduct research this year and you can find out the research finding about the product. And you have to start as soon as you complete the research. If there is a time gap or lag between once you identify the research output this year and try to produce the product next year, there is time difference. So the gap between the research and the production is one failure factor, because time will change, customers' demand, customers' preference will change. So in this case, the gap between the production and research is one failure factor. So this is how industrial products are rated as a fatal failure factor, failure rate. Most or almost all industrial product is rated as 8% fatal rate in terms of what? Failure. So in this case, we have to take care of when we produce new products. So in this case, since product or industrial product has high fatality rates, so we have to develop a separate management. So in this case, we have to develop or we have to organize, product manager in addition to marketing manager. So this product manager is responsible in product development process, starting from idea generation to idea of product commercialization. So in this case, we have to assign independent manager. This independent manager is known as product manager, who is responsible for the product development process. So to support, to report the product progress report, we have to develop product development committee. እኛ ሀገር ኮሚቴ በጣም ይታወቃል። አድሆክ ኮሚቴ ይባላል። ልክ ፕሮዳክት ኢንዱስትሪያል ፕሮዳክት ዲቨሎፕ ስናደርግ ራሱን የቻለ ፕሮዳክት ማኔጀር ያስፈልገዋል። ያን ፕሮዳክት ማኔጀር የደረሰበትን ሪፖርት የሚያደርግ ከተለያዩ ቲም ከተለያዩ ዲፓርትመንቶች የተወጣጣ ፕሮዳክት ዲቨሎፕመንት ኮሚቴ ያስፈልጋል ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ when we talk about product management, so we have to allocate different management body for that product. So the area of product management must be addressed throughout this unit. Reference have been made to the marketing manager as a decision maker in various product areas. But in many industrial products, in large business organization, marketing manager is responsible to make different product decision in consumer market. Marketing manager is responsible to make product decision. But in industrial market, we need independent management from marketing manager. We need independent manager. So this independent manager is product manager. So in addition to this product manager, so we need new product development committee. What's the responsibility of the product manager? The responsibility is to organize, plan, organize, and control the overall operation and product development process. Did we discuss product development process? Where did we start product development process? So let me show you some of the product development process. እስኪ የፕሮዳክት ዲቨሎፕመንት ፕሮሰስ ይነግረኝ እስኪ ፕሮዳክት ከምን ይጀምራል ዲቨሎፕ ለማድረግ
እንደ ላይፍ ሳይክሉ ይመስለኛል ኢንትሮዳክሽን አለ ግሮዝ አለ ከዛም ማቹሪቲ አለ ከዛ ዲክላይን እንደዛ ይመስለኛል ፕሮዳክት
ኦኬ ላይፍ ሳይክሉ ማለት ነው መጀመሪያ ወደ ኢንትሮዲዩስ ይደረጋል ገበያ ላይ እየጨመረ ይሄዳል ገበያ ላይ ቆያል ይልካል ግን ፕሮዳክቱን ኢንትሮዳክሽን እስኪደርስ ድረስ ያለው ፕሮሰስ ነው ፕሮዳክት ዲቨሎፕመንት ፕሮሰስ የሚባለው ዲቨሎፕመንቱ ማለት ከአይዲያ ጀምሮ ወደ ዋናው ፕሮዳክት ታንጂብል ፕሮዳክቱን እስኪይዝ ድረስ ያለው ፕሮሰስ ማለት ነው ከዛ በኋላ after new product development stage so we have to introduce to the market ያምን ይባላል introduction stage ማለት ነው so before we introduce the market to the product to the market first we have to generate the product idea idea generation is the first step in new product development. So what are the sources of, I hope we have been discussed in the earlier chapter. Okay, and not in the earlier chapter. Now what entrepreneurship ትወስዳላችሁ ዛላ ያለ ምናልባት ፕሮዳክት ዲቨሎፕመንት ተብሎ ታስታውሱት ከሆነ አራት ማርኬቲንግ እንትኖች አሉ ፒዎች ዞስት ፕሮዳክት አለ new product development starts from idea generation so idea generation idea screening ከዛ በኋላ product development ያለ ይሄዳልና የመጀመሪያው stage idea generation ነው the source of the idea is the entrepreneur himself or you can generate the product idea from research and development activity or you can generate the product idea from the competitor's product. You can take the competitor's product, dismantle the product into smaller pieces and study the weakness of the existing product and you can develop a new product that fills the gap of the existing products. So in this case, there are different sources of idea generation. Once we generate the idea, the next step could be evaluating and selecting. This process is known as product screening idea. product screening or idea screening stage. Once we screen out some of the weak product idea and select the best product idea. So this selected product idea should be tested. So the process of testing the product suitability or acceptability of the customer could be concept testing. So step 3 is concept testing. Conceptualizing the idea into a product. We have to develop the detailed versions of the product, the detailed version. And check whether it is suitable or not from the consumers or from the customer's perspective. If it passes this stage, we have to analyze, the production cost, the potential sales, and the potential profit. So this analysis is known as business analysis. Business analysis involves estimation of production cost, marketing cost, potential sales, and potential profit. If the product found to be profitable, so we can proceed to the next step, which is product development. At this stage, we have to develop the prototype product. Prototype, the first physical embodiment of the product. We have to develop the sample product, the sample. So at this stage, we can take the technical aspects of what we can develop, the technical aspects of the product. So at this stage, the physical product will be developed, the physical product. So this product is known as prototype product. So consult customers about the technical aspects of the product, and we can develop a test market product. Simply, we can produce test production, producing in small amount and distribute to the customer just to test the customer preference, the customer reaction about the product. So we can take the customer's feedback, the customer's insight, and incorporate to the product and come up with a final product production. We have to produce in large amount and launching to the market. That's known as commercialization. So a product development manager is responsible to manage all this process. And the product development committee is responsible to report the status of the product development stage to the top management. So in this case, in industrial market, we have to assign independent management, which is product manager, and we have to assign or select a group of individuals from different area within the organization, functional areas, as product committee. And there are also team committee. There are also venture committee. So in this case, this is the product development cycle. The project team. Project simply a definite or specific efforts to develop a product. So in this case, within the product development process, there are different individuals participated in the development process. So a group of individuals working to develop a new product is project team. So the responsibility of the product manager. So industrial markets are, very large. in terms of volume. So the product is large in terms of volume and expensive. So in this case, each product requires independent management or independent manager. So the responsibility of this manager could be facilitating the process. The product is specific, so they need specific manager. So in industrial market, general managers are not as such necessary, or they don't have place in industrial product, general managers like marketing manager. So new product committee. So new product committee it's an option. Decisions are made by committee whose members are borrowed from other departments of the company. For example, this committee could be from production department, engineering department, or from purchasing department, from sales, marketing, research and development. So this committee is responsible to make a decision about the products. That's an option, it's optional. If there is a product manager, so you can leave this new product committee. If you organize a new product committee, so you can ignore the product managers, or it's not necessary to establish product management or product manager. It's an optional. So project team. So in the development of new products, group of individuals participated in this process through under the supervision of the committee or under the supervision of the product manager. It could be a team or it could be team or project team. So in this case, it's an extension. So within this committee, new product committee, so you can develop project team. Team is a group of individuals, either 3, 5, 7, depending on the size of the committee. So you can organize project team, which is responsible for overall activities of the product. So this venture team is a little bit new approach. Sometimes optionally you can set up venture committee rather than new product committee. So this new product committee or venture committee could be organized within the project team. It's a little bit lower size in team or in numbers, since it could be organized within the project team. So first you have to establish committee. So within the committee, you can establish project team. So within the project team, there is also smaller team. That smaller team is venture team. So this venture team is important for developing a new product. This could be on permanent basis and done. Project team. So within a project team, so once the product has been developed, the project team will be dissolved. So in this case, we have to organize 3 teams within a product management process. You can develop either product manager, or you can develop also product development committee or team committee or project team or venture team. This is the way how we are going to manage industrial product. So this industrial product involves, different product development stage, starting from new product development up to commercialization, or from idea generation to commercialization. Within this 7 stage, this group of committee or team could be established. So this is how to make a decision on a product decision at different level. Let me tell you some specific so organizing for new product development. New product development is usually a complex process. So when we develop new product, so we have to organize all this committee, new product committee, a task force committee. This task force committee is known as team, project team. Project team. There is some semantic difference between task force and team, project team, but their function is same, their function. So the ventures are the same. There are also some organization, some managers, responsible to make some activities. So in this case, depending on the size of the organization, we may develop or establish brand manager. We have to allocate individuals which are responsible to develop brand for that product. So in this case, there are some individuals responsible for brand development within product development, since new product development is usually very complex. So in this case, different individuals should participate with different skills, knowledge, and capability from different areas. So that's why a group of individuals are participated as a team, project team, venture team, or new product development committee. We've been discussing this one. Any question with regard to decision making about industrial product? Where did you make a decision? So you can make a decision about the development. You can make a decision about the policy, which is product objectives, product policy. You can make a decision about market segmentation. You can make a decision about marketing strategies. What type of strategy you are going to implement in industrial market. We can make individual product decision, product mix, product line, product density, product length, and so on. How many products should be produced using one product line? So product mixes, a variety of product within one product organization, or product mixes a group of products or varied products offered to the market. So in this case, we can make different decisions from product perspective. Some of the major decision is developing new products by participating different individuals. So once we produce the products, using different participatory functional areas, or we can produce a product by participating different individuals from different areas with different knowledge, with different skill and competency. So in this case, once we develop the product is at individual level, which is product could be physical product, the benefit or the core product, which is the actual product, and the augmented product. The products are classified basically into three. One, the core product. The core is the benefits, the actual product. The other is physical product. The last product could be after service product. After service is simply augmented product. Once you develop the product, the next step is developing the price of the product, the price. How we are going to set a price for a particular product. To set a selling price for a certain product. So what's our benchmark? What's our basis to set a price? Shall we set a price randomly for a certain product? ለአንድ ፕሮዳክት ዋጋ ስናወጣ ከምን ተነስተን ነው የምናወጣው? እስኪ ነገር before we proceed to the next discussion.
ወጫችን ሲደመር ትርፋችን።
ወጫችን አንዱ ነው። ከዛ ሲደመር የምናተርፈውን ትርፍ አይተን ወጪውና ትርፉን ደምረን ዋጋ እናወጣለን። Cost plus pricing strategy ይባላል። Cost plus what? The margin, the profit, supposed to be profit. ሌላ ይሄ አንድ ስትራቴጂያችን ነው። እስኪ በነገራችን ላይ ፕራይስ ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? እስኪ የሚነግረኝ ፕራይስ
amount of money expected.
Amount of money spending for the use of the other's product or the other's service. That's a price. Amount of money. So let's see, when we set for our product, ለምሳሌ አሁን ኢንተርኔት እየተጠቀማችሁ ነው አይደል? ለቴሌ የምከፍሉት ነገር ምንድነው የሚባለው? Surprise for using an internet service. ለምሳሌ በታክሲ ብትንቀሳቀሱ ለታክሲ የምትከፍሉት ክፍያ ፕራይስ ይባላል። የተለያየ ስም ሊሰጥ ይችላል depending on the sector. ለምሳሌ ባንክ ቤት ብር ስታስቀምጡ የናንተን ብር ማን ይጠቀምበታል? ባንክ ይጠቀምበታል። ስለዚህ ለተጠቀመበት ምን ይከፍላል? ኢንተረስት ይከፍላል። ያ ኢንተረስት ይባላል that's a price. ወይም ለምሳሌ ከባንክ ብር ብትበደሩ የባንኩን ብር ስለተጠቀማችሁ ለባንኩ and return የምትከፍሉት loan interest ይባላል ወይም price. For using the other's money, we are going to pay some amount of interest. This interest is a price. So in this case, when we set a price for our product, we have to consider different factors. The labor cost, the material cost, the facility cost, and other miscellaneous costs. So considering all these costs, and since we are running a business organization, so the ultimate objectives of any business organization is, profit. So as a business organization, you have to earn a profit. So in this case, while you are selling your product, in addition to the cost incurred, so you have to add something in addition to the cost. So in this case, this approach is cost plus strategy. Or sometimes you may sell your product as compared with the competitors. So in this case, competitive pricing strategy. This strategy, this approach is competitive pricing strategy. Or in some cases, regardless of the cost, regardless of the competitor's price, you can set, a certain price depending on the value of the product. The value of the product. So in this case, valuing price strategy or approach. There are different strategies. So in this case, price is the amount of money paid for the product. So for piece of marketing strategy, the only P that generate an income is a price. The remaining 3P, which is price, product, promotion, and place or distribution. Place is, increasing the cost of the company. Whereas price is the only P that, contribute for the revenue of the company. Or revenue is the function of price and the number of quantity to be sold. So in this case, as a strategy, when we take price, at least we have to set a lower price as compared with the competitors. Or in few cases, you can set a premium price, a higher price than the competitors. Believe that the product is superior. So the price is relatively simple term. So we can, but it is not simple in its interpretation. So from marketing point of view, price is the value placed on goods and services by customers at the same point in time, which means when we purchase a certain product, we have to spend some amount of money. This money is equivalent with the value we are expecting from the product. So in this case, if there is some difference between the product value and the price, there might be some satisfaction or dissatisfaction. If the real value of the product exceeds the cost of the product or the price of the product, so you can feel, excitement, which is known as satisfaction. If the amount of money paid for that product exceeded the real value of the product, so you'll be dissatisfied. So in this case, price, this is not simple for interpretation. So in this case, for the product, you expect something, or from the product, you may expect something. So in return, you have to pay something. So the amount of money spent, or it might be sometimes non-monetary value, could be a price. You may exchange certain product with certain product. This value may be judged as, non-monetary value. In this case, the price is a monetary value, price. So during the traditional society or during the ancient period, there is some marketing system. The system is, a transaction items with an item transaction. So in this case, you can consider that transaction or system is barter trade. So during the barter trade, there is no monetary value. There is an item, exchange with an item, or value with another value. But in terms of monetary value, during the barter system, there is no monetary value. Nowadays, the transaction is a monetary transaction. So this monetary transaction depends on what? The price. So from your understanding, price is the amount of money paid for the product or service in exchange. So when we set a price, we have to consider all these things. So we have to consider the market condition. So we have to consider excess production capacity, competitive price, availability of substitute products and their price, product difference. All these things, are important to make or to adjust our price. So price can be extremely critical part of the marketing strategy of many business organizations or many companies, because it produces proper product for a market segment, proper product. So price, one of the objectives of market segmentation is to understand the income levels of the market, the income level. So based on demography, we can classify industrial market as small, medium, and large. Small business organization, since their scope is small, their income, or their sales, their initial capital is small. Obviously, we have been discussed the criteria in entrepreneurship course. So, small business, their initial capital is less than 50,000. The annual sales, according to Ethiopian Chamber of Commerce, less than 500,000 annual sales. So, their purchasing ability, depends on their income. So in this case, identifying the importance of their income is important for segmentation. So when we segment market, so we have to consider, their income level. Their income level is, directly related to, the ability to pay for certain products. Ability. So the importance of price is also important to determine the appropriate segment. Depending on the price, we can segment the market into customers with low income, medium income, larger income. So depending on their income, so their buying ability or the ability to pay for that product, depends on their income. And it's important to effectively segment the distribution channel, or to identify the effective distribution channel. Pricing strategy is important. Some organizations take as retailer because of the price of the product. Some organizations take, as a wholesaler because of the price. You know, when you sell a product at wholesaler level and at retailer level, so the product will matter. So in this case, you know, price is important to get into effective channel of distribution, either wholesaler, retailer, or agent. Sometimes price is important to promote in an effective manner, because, you know, some expensive products requires, you know, personal selling type of promotion. Some cheap products require mass promotion. So in this case, price is important to identify effective promotional activities. So in this case, this is some of the importance of, you know, price. So whenever we set a price, so the price will provide all this, you know, importance or benefits. Or in some cases, to offset the competitive, so we have to set some competitive pricing strategy. Or to balance the competition, so price is important. We can set a lower price to minimize or the intense competition. Or we may sometimes set a higher price to increase the competition. So in this case, price could be a moderator for the competition. So to determine the firm's revenue and financial position, price is important. Since the revenue is the direct function of price and the quantity to be sold. So in this case, price is important for industrial market to access effective distribution channel, to access effective promotional techniques, to get accepted for the product. Sometimes to penetrate the market, we have to set a lower price. So setting a lower price than the competitor will bring acceptance in the market, since customers are not price sensitive, even if industrial market is inelastic. So this is some of the importance. So next time we'll see pricing in the industrial market, specific pricing strategies applied in industrial market. Any question? Any question? ምናልባት ሁለት ተማሪ ብቻ ነው እንግዲህ ሌሎቹ ለምን በመብራት እና በኔትወርክ ምክንያት አልገቡም።
እኔ የለኝም ጥያቄ ከጨረሰ።
ልዩነት መፍጠር ዓላማችን ነው። ዓለም አቀፍ ተወዳዳሪ መሆን አለባችሁ። የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ ጥራትና ደረጃውን የጠበቀ ስልጠና በመስጠት ብቁ ዜጋ እያፈራን ነው። በፍላይት ኦፕሬሽን፣ በበረራ መስተንግዶ፣ በቲኬቲንግና ሪዘርቬሽን፣ በሆቴልና ቱሪዝም ሙያዎች አሰልጥነን ተወዳዳሪ እናደርጎታለን። ኮሌጃችን ካናዳ ከሚገኘው ኢንተርናሽናል ኤር ትራንስፖርት አሶሲዬሽን አያታና ከእንግሊዙ ICM ጋር በመተባበር ዓለም አቀፍ ዕውቅና ያለው ስልጠና እየሰጠ ይገኛል። በፍላይት ኦፕሬሽን፣ በበረራ መስተንግዶ የምንሰጣቸው ስልጠና ከኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለስልጣን ሙሉ ዕውቅና አለው። አድራሻ ከጎላጉል ታወር 22 አደባባይ ወደ ሾላ በሚወስደው መንገድ ላይ የናሽናል ኤርዌይስ እህት ኩባንያ ናሽናል አቪዬሽን ኮሌጅ ህልሞን እውን ያደርጋል።